All right, you all. So welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your girl, Carlika Katrina Basnight-Menendez. Yes, all of that. And I keep telling y'all the rap name is from C to Z, from the first letter to the last letter. So if you want to connect with me on social media, just start typing in all the letters of the alphabet, okay? But you can connect with me across all social media platforms at Carlika Basnight-Menendez. And so Menopause March Madness is going on, and we're into Women's Month, and I am super excited because I get to talk to some dope women over one word, right? And let me do y'all know the word? Let me lean on in and let me tell you what it's the word, just in case you haven't tuned in, just in case you haven't heard. It's menopause. And y'all know I don't say it that low. It's a menopause. Look, clear the vocals, get those vocal cords all warmed up. We are screaming to the rooftops menopause, and we're not just talking about the 34 plus symptoms, right? Because let's be real, all women won't have all 34. Some may not have any. Some don't even know they're in a phase of menopause, right? So many things. And whatever your vehicle of getting there, you may have surgical, medically, or naturally, right? As for myself, it was surgical menopause that having a total hysterectomy gut punched me and threw me right on into menopause at the age of 30. And so I don't know what your story is, but one thing for sure is that I want women to take away from this: options. You have options, and you have community, and you have support. You don't have to do this thing alone. Trust me, I did it alone for a long time, trying to just figure out what's going on with me. Is everything okay? Why do I want to get naked? Why am I hot? I got a foot hanging out the bed, throwing the covers off, all of these things. But that may not be your story, because menopause is not a one size fits all at all. Okay. And so look, mark your calendar, September 16th through the 17th. We're going to be having MenoCon, and I'm super excited. This is the ultimate menopause and women's wellness conference happening right here in St. Mary's, Georgia, right at the Georgia-Florida line. And so look, tickets are going on sale this month in March. And so I am super excited about that. This is a time for networking. This is a time to empower one another. This is a time to come together so that we can learn and grow together. And so look, more information, go to bit.ly/MenoCon. You all, the website is just about finished. So I'm excited. Look, I'm just excited about all these things, right? Because we have amazing women coming together, sharing their experience, sharing their expertise, just so that we say, you know what, we are in this together. And what are we doing? We're breaking barriers. We're getting breakthroughs, right? There's health breakthroughs and different things in our health and well-being breakthroughs. We're birthing dreams, right? Because when you think of a menopause woman, you're thinking, oh, she's barren and all of these different things. But let me tell you, barren woman rise up. That is the theme of the conference, where if you've been sitting on your dreams and goals, you're going to get around some firehouses. You're going to be ignited at MenoCon to say, you know what, I'm not going to sit and be silent any longer. I'm going to go ahead and birth that dream. And we are building bridges. What does that mean? We're building bridges to say, girl, you come on, and girlfriend, you come on. And we're locking arms together to make changes, even in our healthcare, even at legislation, even in our own communities. And so that's why we're coming to do this. Part of those ticket fundings will be used for funding for our communities and different things, so that we can create menopausal programs, you all, right? Tell me, have you seen a menopausal program? I doubt it. And if you have, then connect with me, right? So that we can definitely have a mastermind behind that. And so without further ado, you all, Jackie Grant is in the building with us all the way from London. Yes, you all heard it, London. So Jackie, welcome.
Thank you, Kalika, for having me.
Oh, you are so welcome. And thank you for your yes, right? Menopause March Madness would not be what it is if ladies just didn't say yes, right? Yes to all the different time zones, and yes to, because Jackie, what time is it over there?
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's only 11:11 over here. Okay. So thank you for taking time out of your afternoon. So Jackie, just introduce yourself. Let everyone know who you are and what you're doing in the world.
Yeah, so I'm Jackie Grant. I'm a menopause and weight loss coach. And I help women through the transition of menopause, you know, so that they kind of feel healthier and happier in their body again, really. Do you want me to tell you about my story, or do you want me to go into further more about it? What do you want me to say?
So look, you all, she said she, helping women feel better. And how many of us want to feel better? How many of us are like, oh my God, I don't feel like myself. Well, today I do. And then later on in the day, I don't. All week, I didn't feel like myself. You may be going through some of those things. And so that's a discussion we're going to be having on today. How can we feel better? What can we do to feel better? And I'm telling you, this conversation is for the menopausal woman, or if you're not in menopause, because we just want to feel better. We want to look better. We want to feel better mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all of the things. Who doesn't want more money, better financial freedom, per se, if we can say, more financial freedom and all of these different things. So every aspect of our life, we want to feel better. And especially if you're a menopausal woman, I know what it feels like to have the fatigue and not feel like Carlika Katrina Basnight-Menendez. Yes, all of that, right? And so, Jackie, just tell us a little bit of why you even got started, why and how you got started with your journey.
So my journey started when I was 32. I actually got diagnosed with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and fibroids. So when I got that diagnosis, I was like, oh, wow. So I had to do my own research because obviously doctors didn't give me anything that I could be, taking or anything like that, or, just sent me on my merry way. So I started to research myself. And then when I, started in the fitness industry, I then trained as a personal trainer. And once I did that, I wanted to do, something around hormones. Now, at the time, there was no courses specifically for like PCOS or fibroids. So I thought, right, okay, I need to find something that is around hormones. And what I found was Meno Fitness. So I actually did that course, and that was all about menopause. So that's where my journey started in 2012, learning about menopause, really. And, there's similar hormones that are affected, in terms of cortisol, and insulin are affected when you've got a hormone imbalance, like PCOS. So it was like, right, how can I use this information that I have in order to support myself with PCOS? And that's kind of how my journey started. But, actually learning about menopause, I continued to learn more and more. And, it's helped me through my transition into menopause as well. So, it wasn't like a shock for me, having been diagnosed at 32 and then doing all my research and coming up to my, my transition into menopause. It hasn't been as, difficult. And, actually working in health, you're more aware of your body. So you're more like, okay, right, I can feel this hot flush coming. How can I manage this? Oh, I just ate something spicy. Oh my God, I'm sweating. You know what I mean? So like, all these little things that come up and you go, right, okay, maybe spicy food. Maybe it was the sugar that was in it. Maybe, do you see what I mean? So just questioning what was going on for me, as I've kind of transitioned into, from peri to now post menopause.
Wow, that is amazing, because I feel like it's very important for everyone to know a little bit about people's backstory, right? To see why are you even diving into this particular aspect, especially with fitness and different things. And so I love what you said, Jackie, about awareness, right? Paying attention to our own bodies. And I often say we have to track and trend. We have to pay attention. We have to track what's going on and then look at the trends so that when we do go to the doctor or anything, look, yep, I got a whole notebook full of information all about me so that we can make a sound, so that I can make a sound decision with the options that you may or may not present to me. Because like you said, they sent you on your merry way. So even with that, yeah, like that doesn't even sound right. Okay, well, you've been diagnosed with this. Have a good day.
Yeah.
So it's like, what? So when you say they sent you on your merry on way, take us just a little bit into sitting there. You get this diagnosis, and what did you leave with from the doctor's office?
So what happened was I went to my doctors. They sent me then to the hospital to get scans. So I got scans, and then they found that I had, the cysts, the polycystic ovary. They saw that I had the cyst, but they also then saw that I had some fibroids as well. So they said that the fibroids were really small. They're not going to affect me at all. They said to me that in terms of the polycystic ovary, there's ovarian syndrome, there's no medication, there's no cure, there's nothing specifically that they can, give me to actually help me. So, it wasn't, and I was kind of going, right, okay, so that's not really helpful. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking to myself, I've come here because I was having heavy periods, I was cramping, I was curling up, every month, curling up in the ball in pain. And this is what you're giving me. So, as I wasn't getting anything from them, I just had to start doing my own research, and I came across Verity. At the time, the internet wasn't as great as it is now, that you can have Dr. Google, although I wouldn't listen to Dr. Google all the time, guys. What I did was go into different support groups that people were going through the similar symptoms as me. So, and started to investigate. I started to do more low GI foods and stuff like that until, when I decided to then become a personal trainer, that I wanted to actually get the knowledge in terms of, a qualification that was going to tell me exactly clearly what I need to do next.
Wow. And that's the thing, we have to advocate for ourselves, right? Even when we're leaving the office, the doctor's offices in different places, with what we feel confused, right? We typically sometimes just leave confused with all of this new information that has pretty much just been dumped on us. And now we're left to sort it all out. Yes, you go to the other appointments and different things that they suggest, but you still leave confused. And this is why I do believe that some people are like, you know what? I don't go to the doctor, right? Some people avoid going to the doctors because of the fear of the unknown, or going, and now I'm leaving with something I have no clue about, and you're not even really explaining it to me, or even showing some empathy that, okay, this is a new transition in my life, whether it's PCOS, whether it's menopause, whether you get the diagnosis that, hey, you have cancer and all of these different things. This is another transition in life that a lot of times you just giving me some booklets and some pamphlets. And like you said, saying, all right, have a great day. I hope you get better. I hope all goes well with you. Now you're left, like you said, to scoundrel the internet and all of these different things. So I hope that you took time to even join support groups, you all. There are some really good support groups out on social media. Find one that's a good fit for you, right? Find one that's a good fit for you, because it's nothing like support. It is nothing like support with people who may be facing the same thing. They may not have all of the same symptoms. Their treatment plan may be different, but just having someone that can relate, that someone has a listening ear. And so I love that you took that initiative to say, you know what? Let me find some communities, right? So those out there, even menopausal women, you may be in perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopausal. You're still a menopausal woman. There is support for you. There are groups out here. There are women out here talking about these things, that there's life after hysterectomy, right? There's life after, once you are in postmenopause. There's life, and you can thrive. And so I love that you, so with your personal training, so we got some backstory, we got to lay the foundation, right? And so how long have you been a personal trainer?
Since 2012.
Since 2012. Wow.
Yeah, so quite a long time. Like when you think, you go, where did that song go? I remember actually doing my, I had to get a person that you have to do 6 weeks with, and then, show all the information. And it seems like it wasn't that long ago that I did that, but it's actually over 10 years, isn't it?
Yes.
So
Wow.
yeah.
That is amazing. And so in the aspect, because you've dove into more of the menopause aspect of that, what are some things, because there are a lot of women saying, you know what, weight gain is one of those things
Yeah.
that a lot of women are and have and may will experience even when it comes to menopause. And sometimes you don't even really notice the weight gain
Yeah.
until it's
It's
like
too
it's beyond the pair of pants. Okay.
yeah. 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 Yeah.
Look, Jackie, I'm talking from experience. It's beyond the pair of pants. It's just like, oh, did I feel out a little? Did I feel out and get a little fluffy? When did this weight start happening? And then you start looking at, okay, I'm eating the same. I'm doing the same things that I've been doing, and why?
Yeah.
Why am I gaining this weight? So when you're working with your clients, because a lot of people think that when you're in menopause, like you can keep doing the same workouts and the same routine that you've
Yeah.
been doing at 20s and 30s. And so what are some of your recommendations, even when you're working with clients and different things, to say, look, this is how you're going to be able to lose this weight or even strengthen yourself or get fit, just
Yeah.
feel.
I mean, the thing is, I always take people from where they're at because, like, not everyone is going to want to do the things that they should be doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so it's like, meeting the client where they're at, actually like, okay, so let's start off with movement. What are you doing right now? Yeah. And then, when I've had that discussion with them, well, you're doing really well, whatever it is they're doing. Do you know, even if it's walking, you're doing really well. And then it's really looking at, what more can you do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And how can you like build it up? You don't want to start like going like 20 times a week, 2-3 hours a day to the gym or wherever you're going. Do you see what I mean? But it's about what more can you bring in? And it doesn't have to be that you're going to go to the gym. You can go out dancing with your friends. 2-3 hours of dancing is good. And you laugh and have a good time, and that's fun. Is there something, is there some kind of movement that you used to do when you were younger that you ain't done? You haven't done for a while. And you think, oh, yeah. I mean, I did something. I did skating. I went roller skating. I hadn't done roller skating for ages.
We went probably a few months ago, and I was like, oh God, I used to love roller skating, but I haven't did this, and I felt it too. Let me tell you.
I'm telling you. Exactly.
Oh Jesus! I was like, but once I got into the routine, I was like, I feel it, but right. And I think too, Jackie, a lot of people get in their mind that when you think of exercise, right, we have it so boxed in that you can only do these certain things, and that's a workout. Not realizing that if I really put my back into it, me cleaning my house is a workout.
Yeah.
Right. I'm still burning calories cleaning up my house, especially, if I'm not just wiping it like this, but I'm really getting into it. That's a whole arm workout. That's so many different things. But I think sometimes we get it boxed in of if you're only doing this and only doing that, then, and I love what you said, dancing, skating, swimming, all of these different things. So taking that approach and meeting your clients where they are, because what I've seen, even in my own experience, I start off good and then I fall off the wagon.
Exactly. And that's the thing. If it's something that you find fun, then you're going to do it. You know what I mean? You are more likely going to do it. If I say to you, oh, Carly, I'll tell you what, you need to do 5 days a week and you need to do at least an hour of strength training, what's going to happen?
I'm gonna show up probably for the first day, and then like this, I'm gonna show up for that first day, and I might even do 3 days.
Yeah.
Right. But after that, I probably would be like, yeah, Jackie, y'all have fun with that. I ain't coming back, right? And because it's consistency, it takes discipline, it takes pivoting as well. So for myself, I've done a lot of pivoting in the kitchen per se. So increasing my fiber and increasing my water intake and different things like that. So I've been able to maintain.
Yes.
And I'm not negating that I don't need to work out, y'all. Your girl need to get out here and work out. Okay. But this is just transparent talk. We all have high consistency levels in different areas of our life. And that is one of my weaker areas that I just need to be more consistent. I'm consistent in the kitchen with what I intake. So like I said, Jackie, that's what's helped me to maintain.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That is so brilliant. But even like as you said, as we've said, is that people need to find something they love. But what I will say is that we lose 5% of muscle mass, and that's all over your body. I mean, yesterday I had someone come to my menopause and women's health cafe yesterday, and she talked about pelvic health, and even down to your pelvis, which we always forget about. So it's really important that we do some kind of strength training, even if it is your own body weight. Some kind of even if it's 20 minutes. Trying to get that in, because we know that we lose muscle mass, and every decade we lose 3 to 5%. So we want to be keeping that. We want to be keeping ourselves looking nice and tight.
Nice and tight. I love that. Keep ourselves looking nice and tight, you all, because our bone density and so many, like menopause itself is not a disease, but it can lead to other things. So our heart health, right? And this is not, I'm telling you, this conversation is for the menopausal woman or not, but specifically women in menopause, right? The strength training. I know for myself, I have to get up and I rotate my hips and different things, because a lot of times we haven't heard that many conversations about our pelvic floor, right? Especially those you've had kids and all of these different things, or even if we haven't heard a lot about pelvic health, right? And so it's just like, oh, that's where that pain coming from? Okay, we haven't been taught to really stretch. A lot of us just get up and we get on moving with our day, and we hustle and bustle, and we go and we go and we go. And then we get a shower, we go to bed, right? Not even giving our muscles to stretch, our muscles to relax, all of these things. And I'm talking about mentally as well, because that mental fatigue and different things, it hit totally different than even physical fatigue. And so I love that you're having the fitness mindset of, look, let's dive into the menopausal aspect of it, because running 5 to 7 miles ain't gonna help you lose weight in menopause.
No. It isn't.
Like you just ran and you sweated and you tired for no reason, because
exactly. So right.
But that's what a lot of women, they're like, oh, I'm running and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm just like, how is that working out for you? Because I'm not doing all that. So then they'll ask me, well, how are you maintaining? And I'm just like, well, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't work out. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. But I said, I don't deprive myself from things, but I have just changed things when it comes to my eating. An increase in certain things. And so these are literally, and I don't want to say just, but these are lifestyle changes.
Yes, exactly.
That we can definitely make. And so, Jackie, outside of your menopause, I said you said you had a menopausal cafe. That is amazing. So is it open to all women, or is it just open to women in London?
Yeah, it's actually only in London at the moment, because we're not doing it online. Because what happened, I started it before lockdown, right? So I had 2 meetings. Then I tried to do it online and it didn't really work. But maybe because it was lockdown, I wasn't really focused on that. And because I wanted that face-to-face contact. Do you see what I'm saying? And because we haven't had it for so long, I just kind of wanted to get back to that. So yeah, it is only in London at the moment. So we meet once a month. I've just got some funding so that I can do it bi-monthly as well, so that we can, like, so what we're going to do this next month is we're going to have like a self-care and a meditation. So I've got a lady coming in doing that, for an hour, and then we have the main cafe once a month, which we had yesterday. So yeah, it's been
congratulations on the funding and the work that you're doing to even host these cafes and different things. And so if people want to connect with you, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
So the best way to connect with me is my Facebook group, Balancing Women's Hormones for Fat Loss. Actually, I changed it. Weight loss. I changed it recently. So
look, Jackie said y'all need to get in the group, balancing your hormones for fat loss. You heard it, right? It's the fatty tissue. It's the adipose tissue.
Fat loss, right? But that's not what our ladies are saying. They're saying weight loss, even though I know it's fat loss.
They are. Like, I think when people hear the word fat, it's just like, look, she changed the name, y'all. Don't be inboxing her talking about, and she body shaming up. No, she's helping you to feel better. And that's not just, it is about your weight loss, because our weight and different things, it plays a lot on our bones, like on our knees, all of these different things. And so, and being overweight can cause so many other health issues, right? From your heart, it can cause brain, all mentally and different things. When you just feel better. Like Jackie said, she's here to support you in feeling better. And when we think of feeling better, we're just not talking about on the external of looking better, right? Because you got a lot of amazing people looking good on the outside, and they all kinds of sorts of jacked up in the inside, from brokenness, from heartbreak, from illness, from from stress and depression and anxiety and all of these things that's coming at you like boom, 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 right? That's being thrown at us, just life itself. It is important to have support, so you can have someone that you can talk to, someone you can lean on, someone that you can say, you know what, my stress levels are always up here, Jackie. Because sometimes we don't realize it, and our stress levels are here and our rest level is down here, right? And so we want to bring those stress levels down, because that's going to aid in your weight loss. That's going to aid in having more clarity in your mind. That's going to aid with you having more peace in your life and just feeling overall better. Dr. Michaela said it best the other day, having optimal health, right? And so we think of that's your whole entire being. And so you all make sure you connect with Jackie Grant with her fitness. And if you're in London, look, connect with her so you can attend one of her cafes and different things. I applaud you, Jackie, on all of the amazing things that you're doing. And for those on all sides of the world and on the globe, make sure you connect, join her Facebook group, right? For hormones and weight loss, get things under control so that you can definitely feel better all over in your entire life. And so, Jackie, any last words you want to share with us?
My last words are just, just focus on how you're feeling and get the support that you need.
Wow. I love that. Focus on how you're feeling and get the support you need, meaning you all focus on that moment, right? Because sometimes our feelings fluctuate. Not sometimes, they do. They fluctuate. And especially in menopause, sometimes those mood swings, and you're crying and you're happy and you're angry and you're just all of the things. I made a post on LinkedIn where I'm like, you know what? There have been days where I seem like I've had all seasons and different weathers all in one day. I had a tornado, I had sunny summer, I had a rain shower, a spring, and I had no answer for any of it, right? But once you start paying attention, but focus on how you're feeling, and don't be afraid to express how you're feeling, right?
Mm.
Don't be afraid to express because it's your feelings, and then get the support because there's someone's shoulder that you can lean on. You can definitely lean on mine. You can definitely lean on Jackie, and we're
Mm.
here to serve and support you. So, you all, Jackie, once again, thank you. Remember, September 16th and 17th, right here in St. Mary's, Georgia, MenoCon 2022, the ultimate menopause and women's wellness conference, you all. You don't want to miss it. You don't just want to hear about it. You want to be in the room. And I want to see you in the room. I want to be able to, if you're doing the fist pump, let's do that. If we hugging, let's hug, right? And so we will have the CDC precautions and different things in place. But you all, Jackie, you said it best too. There's nothing like that face-to-face interaction. There's nothing
Mm.
like that camaraderie. There's nothing like feeling the energy in the room.
Mm.
So you all make
Mm.
sure you connect with me. Follow me on social media all across the board, C to Z, Carlika Basnight-Menendez. Yes, all of that. And until the next time, you all be blessed.